This is W2FJH. We'll be starting the STNY digital voice net here in just about 5 minutes. We do have NetLogger up and running for those folks that wish to check in early for NetLogger. You can find NetLogger at netlogger.org. We also do have Google Meet up and running, so if you wish to join us on Google Meet, you can find the link at stnydmr.net. We're also streaming out to the Barra Discord group, so if you're a member of that group, you can find us in the voice channel. So we'll see you folks in just about 5 minutes here. This is W2FJH. This is W2FJH bringing up the STNY Digital Voice Net on Brandmeister Talk Group 31367, Wires X Room 83721, and live stream to Google Meet, YouTube, and Discord. The primary purpose of the STNY Digital Voice Net is to foster an active digital voice community in the southern tier of New York and to provide a forum for those that are interested or have questions regarding various digital voice topics. While this net is primarily for the southern tier, all stations are more than welcome to check in. This net meets weekly on Sundays at 7 p.m. For more information about this net, please visit stnydmr.net. This net will prioritize short time, mobile, in and out, or emergency power stations. We currently do have six other stations besides myself checked in this evening, so the net would like to recognize NE2W Ed, K3BYC Carlton, W2KDC Dennis, KE2FFE John, N2NCB Paul, and N3OJP Mick. All right, when checking in, please give your call sign, your name, and your location. So let's first take a standby for any stations that are short time, mobile, in and out, or emergency power. Please call now.
KE2HMB in Beaverkill, New York.
Control, please copy Kilo Charlie 2, India Sierra Zulu. James in New Jersey. I'll be in and out this evening. Just wanted to say hi. 7-3.
All right, and then I'd like to recognize KE2HMB Roger and KC2ISZ James checked in and out this evening. Thanks for stopping by, James. I'll hand it back over to you, Roger. Were you just checking in, or were you checking in a short time this evening?
I apologize. What's the difference?
Oh, short time is if you can only be for the net for a couple minutes. I do have you checked in as the eighth person checked in so far. But if you're only going to be around for 5 or 10 minutes, then we can definitely jump you in front of the line to get to you first. But if you're going to be around for a little bit, then I can just have you checked in as a regular check-in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, check me as a regular check-in. That's fine. I'll be here.
Okay, thanks, Roger. All right. Let's open it up for any and all stations that would like to check into the STNY digital voice this evening. Please call now.
November 3, Delta, Quebec Delta.
All right, and then I'd like to also recognize N3DQD Ray. All right, I think we've got most of everybody, but we will take additional check-ins here in a little bit. So we will jump in for announcements. If there's any announcements for the net this evening, please call now. All right, nothing heard there. I'm just going to make another quick announcement again. I'm sure a lot of you have heard this before, but if anybody is interested in doing net control for this net, please let me or Mick know, and we can definitely add you into the list. This way we can kind of get more rotating people to host the net there. So please let us know if you're interested in doing net control. All right, let's move in for questions. If there's any questions for the net this evening, please call now.
KE2FFE, John.
Yeah, KE2FFE. Fire away with your question there, John.
All right, thanks, Frank. I was going to ask this when my turn came up, but since you asked for questions. So I got a vanity call sign about a month ago. I haven't been on the digital net since I did get it. This is the first time. So I am now K2JFC, and I got to get that changed over here in DMR world. It looks like there's an application I can fill out on radioid.net. Do you know, or does anybody know if that's the proper path for me to take to get my DMR ID changed to, not the number, obviously. I don't think the number would change, but my call sign, I should say, changed to K2JFC. Over.
Yeah, John, I remember just doing this not long ago with another ham. I think the long and short of it is you'll adjust it with radioid.net. Um, they'll take a couple. I think that's what took the longest part. Is they'll take a couple days to get it registered. I don't believe you will change your DMR ID. They just change your call sign over after they've confirmed. I think you have to kind of submit your license or your call sign, your vanity call sign in again. Once that is done, though, I think you can just go into Brandmeister, and um, there's a page there too that basically you can say, hey, I changed it, I want to update it in Brandmeister, and I think those two steps are basically all you'll need. But if anybody else has done it recently, or if anybody has any more information for John, please call now.
This is KCBYC with a comment.
Yeah, Casey's K3BYC Carlton. Fire away with John there, and just hand it back to me when you two are done.
Good evening, John. Uh, well, I don't have exactly the same situation, but I'm going to tell you, everybody needs to get into radioid.net very soon if you haven't done so, because they are verifying by email everyone's information, and if they don't get a reply, they will revoke your ID, which they did to me last weekend, and I missed the net. I had to go back in and they did not have my current email address, so I was able to get in with current information. I did upload my license, and I put in a ticket, which is like a work order, and they quickly restored my ID. So what they want you to do is to verify your call sign, and they only want first name, no middle initial, and then of course the email, and they might want another, since you've changed your call sign, they might want an upload of the new license, new copy of the license also with that. So everybody needs to update their radio ID account anyway. And as soon as you change your call sign, you may also need to do that with Brandmeister. But anyway, the radio ID solved my issue there, but you may need to do both with yours. But definitely you start with radio ID by doing that. Anyway, this is K3BYC, and I'll turn back to Net Control.
Yeah, thanks, Sir Carlton. Anybody else with any feedback for John? All right, nothing heard, so I'll hand it back over to you there, John. Hopefully we answer your question, and at least you got the first step is to get into radioid.net. So I'll hand it over to you there, John.
Thanks very much, KUIC Carlton. I appreciate that information. I don't remember getting an email from radioid.net. Hopefully it didn't go to my junk folder. I wonder if that happens to some people and they don't respond and lose their ID. That sounds like a little bit of a hassle. So hopefully just updating my call sign might just let them know I'm alive and here and everything's updated. But I'll be looking for that email, and I'm going to check my junk folder too. So appreciate the tip. And I went ahead and thought I was going over to Brandmeister after I do this radioid.net application to update my call sign. I'll go over to Brandmeister once that's done, I think, right? And then make any appropriate updates there. So thank you all. Appreciate it. I'm going to use my, I don't know, should I use my real call sign? Is the FCC going to come after me? K2JFC, formerly KE2FFE. There, I've got it covered. Back over to you, Frank, and Net Control.
Hey, very good there, John. And just don't come down on me too hard. I have you as KE2FFE on my screen here, so I might not get the other call sign. I might have to intermix them here as we go. So, all right, very good there. Any other questions? Please call now. All right, nothing heard, so we will move in for comments there. The net topic this evening was any ideas for future net topics. Honestly, I have run low on my list of net topics, and as of lately, with my 2-month-old now, I haven't had much time to give net topics too much thought. So I figured I'd poll the group here and see if there's any interesting net topics that you guys have that you'd like to have in a future net. So top of my list is NE2W. Ed, how was your week?
Hey, Frank, it was a good week. Not too bad. Ended up finishing it up today. Went down to Defy in Scranton. It's indoor extreme air sports trampoline park on the Scranton Carbondale Highway there, Route 6. Once you get into Scranton, take a left, and all the stores and stuff are on that stretch of road. And they have wall-to-wall trampolines, obstacle courses, dodgeball court, just a whole bunch of stuff for my granddaughter's birthday party with all her friends. When the kids entered the play area, they were there for the whole 2 hours nonstop. A lot of energy they have, but it was a great day. The party got moved earlier this week. My son moved it from outdoors at his house to an indoor location because of the impending weather on Sunday. It didn't turn out as bad as all the thunderstorms they predicted, but it did rain, and that certainly precluded having it at his house. He has a nice backyard, but I don't think everybody would have fit inside of his house, especially the kids. They need room to, they're young, they're 5, 6, 7-year-olds, and they need room to play. Let me catch my breath here. And what else is exciting? Last Sunday we had our quota out at State Park celebrating one of our local Sarah members. Haley had her 16th birthday, and she wanted to have a quota party, so we got 4 stations set up at Shenango Valley State Park all afternoon from like noon to 8. Plenty of food, plenty of desserts, and the parking lot was full of people. We had a great time. I probably mentioned it last Sunday on the net. But why bring it up? This month, our Binghamton Amateur Radio Association, W2W, it seems to be food oriented. It started with the Sunday the 9th with the party at State Park, which featured a lot of food. You wouldn't be hungry. Then this Saturday, the members meet again at the Blue Dolphin like we do every month on the second Saturday or third Saturday. It's third Saturday of the month at the Blue Dolphin. They meet for breakfast. And to top it off, if you're still hungry, we're on our picnic this Wednesday, the 19th, up at Copernic Observatory. Starting a little earlier. We're starting at 6 instead of 7. The food will be out at 6. You might want to arrive before that. But everybody's welcome to join us there at Copernic this Wednesday, the 19th. Details are at w2ow.org. So good night tonight. Good hearing everybody. And back to you, Frank. This is NE2W.
Hey, very good there, Ed. And yeah, glad you had a great time at the granddaughter's birthday party. And yeah, 6, 7, 8-year-olds with a whole bunch of them in the house, well with adults. I don't blame them for moving it somewhere else. That'd be just a tornado ripping through your house. Very good there. And yeah, I do know that too. There's a place in Vestal that has a trampoline park. I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now. But we did take our nieces and nephews, and it was for Lillian's birthday party there last year. And yeah, they just have infinite amounts of energy. They can run around all day and still not be tired. So very good there. All right, we'll move on down to K3 BYC Carlton. How was your week?
This is K3BYC, Carlton from Darlington, Maryland. Thank you, Frank, for taking the net, and thank you, everyone. Good evening to everyone who's checked in or who will check in. And well, we had rain and cooler temperatures today. Got down in the low 70s, so that was pretty good. We enjoyed that. I already told you about my having to get my radio ID reset, but we got that done. As far as a question, one thing I might think of is how many hotspots for DMR do operators have, and which radios seem to may work better for each one, if there is a difference, and are there any issues with any of those? And I'm thinking that because I do have one. I have a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus, and my Anytone will not work with it because the bit error rate is too high. So I use my Alliance with that. For my Shark Open Spot Pro 4, my Alliance and my Anytone both work fine. And I know a couple other people that have the same issues with Anytone and the Raspberry Pi, but they successfully use other radios. So I don't know if there is something Bridgecom can do with Anytone to make an adjustment that won't put your Raspberry Pi out of range of other brand radios. That's another thing you have to guard against when you do that calibration procedure. So anyway, something related to that, Frank. Maybe if you can design something about that. Anyway, that's all I have for now. Everybody have a great week. 73. This is K3BYC. Back to net control.
Hey, very good there, Carlton. And absolutely, yeah, I can try to make that a net topic and see if anybody else has any experience. I do know with my, I think it's the Anytone 168. For some reason, and maybe they finally fixed it in firmware, and I just haven't updated my radio. But every time I turn it on, and it's been sitting for a couple days, I always try to key it up, and I know it's to my hotspot. And the first attempt times out. Well, I should preface this with I have a duplex hotspot, so usually it confirms that it's actually getting to the hotspot or not. First attempt, second attempt, usually timeout, and then the third attempt it starts working, and then it works for the rest of the evening. I don't know why it does that. The 868 I have doesn't do that. It just confirms every time you press the key, but it's just like I don't know, something has to build up in this radio or something. So very good there, yeah. All right. We'll move on down to W2 KDC Dennis. How was your week?
Oh, hi, Frank. Thanks for taking the net. I hope your little one's doing fine. My week was good. Didn't have much happen during the beginning of the week, but yesterday was the Clara Ham Fest in Howard. And we brought one new amateur radio operator into the fold. I had one person for testing for technician, and he passed, the gentleman from Corning. So hopefully he'll move on from there and get his general, move into HF or whatever, and then get into digital. But we got one more new one today. Unfortunately, in the last week, Clara lost two two members, so we had two silent keys. Um, and today, the high point of today is I booked 8-day cruise for my wife and I for our 50th wedding anniversary. We're not celebrating till next May, but we're heading off on our cruise the end of November. Uh, we're both healthy now, and so this is a good time to do it. Nobody knows what's going to happen, come this time next year. We both had ups and downs. So, let me catch your breath, and I'll be back. As far as net topics, I don't know. One came to mind when you were talking about 878s and 168s. A good net topic might be what radios do you use for DMR? I have a bunch of them. So, other people I'm sure use different radios. That could possibly be a topic. Nothing else jumped into mind. So with that, I will once again thank you for taking the net. Wish everyone 73, and this is W2 KDC Dennis. I'll be on the side.
Hey, very good there, Dennis, and thanks for the net topic. And yeah, good to have one new ham on the licensed, and also congratulations on your 50th wedding anniversary. And yeah, the cruise definitely sounds fun. So you'll have to let us know how that goes. So. All right, this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital Voice Net. Before I get to my next station, let me take a quick standby to see if there's any additional stations that would like to join this evening. Please call now. W2FJH, this is Whiskey 2, Foxtrot Lima X-Ray, Jason, Honeyway Lake. All right, and we have Whiskey 2, Foxtrot Lima X-Ray, Jason, thanks for stopping by. Have you checked in there? All right, so we will move on down to KE2, FFE. John, how was your week?
Good evening, Frank, and everybody on the net tonight. Yeah, I had a really good few weeks. I've not been on the Sunday night digital net here for quite a while. Between umpiring baseball games most Sundays and some travel, but I was gone for just about 3 weeks on a vacation in Alaska, which was just amazing. Just got back from that earlier this week. And boy, the wildlife and the nature, it was just breathtaking, hard to describe. I'm showing some pictures and videos to my young adult children there when I got home, and it just doesn't do it justice. So it was amazing. So that kept me busy. I'm trying to get back into a little bit of a normal routine. Hopefully I'll be on Sunday nights a little bit more often. I'll give some thought to net topics, but nothing coming to mind immediately. So K2JFC, formerly KE2FFE, and yeah, Frank, just use whatever call sign comes up there. That's fine. I'll get this updated soon. So back over to net control.
Hey, thanks there, John. And yep, see, I knew I would do it. I have it written down in my notebook here, the right call sign, but it's on my list on my screen, and I missed the call sign. But yeah, 3 weeks in Alaska. That sounds like a great vacation. Amazing. So very good there. All right, so we will move on down to N2NCB. Paul, how was your week?
Hello again, Frank and all into NCB here. Normal week, surprisingly enough. Um, not much going on either way. Oh, and before I forget, Dennis, we just got back from a cruise to Bermuda. Uh, if this is your first time, uh, it was our first time. Enjoyed it thoroughly. Uh, the trip was just great. I would recommend everybody to do it. And what was it? It was a 5 day cruise to Bermuda. So I've been thinking about topics, and nothing is coming to mind. At least, it can be one of those things after the net's over with. Oh, that would be a good topic, type of thing. But nothing at the moment is outstanding in this brain. That's for sure. Um, and I think that's it from this end. So we'll toss it back to you, Frank. Take care, all. Into NCB.
Hey, very good there, Paul. And yeah, that's kind of always how it goes, right? I should have said that after afterwards, but yeah, thanks. And yeah, I just made this because sometimes it'll be Sunday evening. I know I'm gonna do net control at 6 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even think of a topic, and then I'm trying to scramble to come up with something. So for a while there, I did have a list that I could just kind of jump to if I didn't have one on hand, but that list has been exhausted. We've been doing this for how many years now? It's probably since I think it's 2021 we started, so it's been about 5 years. So definitely we've hit a lot of different net topics in that time frame. So, all right, very good there. All right, we'll move on down to N3OJP. Mick, how was your week?
Good evening, Frank. Everybody on the net. The week was busy. We got back from Chautauqua, let's see, Tuesday. And, because our grandson, he comes over on Tuesday. I think we came back Monday night, I'm sorry. And he spends a lot of time here. Um, I got a 3D printer. We get together and do some projects with it. Usually end up printing some lizards. But I'm trying to make more things that are useful to me. It's working out pretty good. I mean, the idea now of let me see if I can make that. That's what I've been doing if something breaks or something's going on, and then trying to get caught up on the yard work. It's just with this heat, then you get some rain. Of course, we had some pretty good storms today. Skywarn was up. The heat and the moisture, the weeds just grow like crazy as well as the grass. My project here, I bought some kits from Halibut Electronics. My latest one, I bought a CMC kit, uh, which is a common mode choke kit. And they're basically adapters you connect with your Nano VNA as well as your laptop software. Saves a lot of wear and tear on the Nano, the connections and everything. And plus, with the kits, you can use with the different adapters. Um, you're not always messing around with the Nano and those adapters. So it's working out. It works out pretty good. Because I've been trying to mess around with some chokes here, and I got a bunch of them, and I want to see exactly what they do. I think there's a balloon launch Wednesday. Uh, Arist, I think, is putting one up. 10 or 10:30 in the morning. It's going to be on 145 600. One of the conflicts we have here is there's uh, the weather radar is broadcast on that same frequency about every 5 minutes, and it hasn't been on. Obviously, that'll cause interference because I'm so close to it. Because I wanted to see if I could pick up this balloon Wednesday morning. We'll have to see. Other than that, my wife's eyesight is good. She's got the clearance now. She can see real well now. So that's behind us. Took most of the summer, but we got through it. So other than that, Frank, back to you. I'm reading a lot of topics, people's travels and other things they're doing. So I think the topics kind of leak out as we go along. Frank, I'll turn it back to you. W2FJH and 30JP.
Hey, thanks, there, Mick, and glad to hear that the wife is doing much better now. And yeah, for the 3D printer too, I've been seeing something on YouTube there. It's some series that somebody's doing that says proving my wife that the 3D printer was worth it, and it's all these little like neat little things that he's built and made that actually makes life easier to justify his expense of having to buy a 3D printer. If I do happen to come across another one again, I'll have to send you a link for that way. So, all right, very good there. All right, next on my list is KE2HMB. Roger, how was your week?
Pretty good. I'm glad to finally be here. I've been playing around with this Pi Star for, I don't know, seems like a couple months, trying to figure out how to do the YSF to DMR. Uh, About exactly what I needed to do to try to get on this net. Um, so I should have been here last Sunday, but as someone mentioned earlier, uh, I held a birthday party for me, and I actually was out in my park here in my back. I didn't make contact to do some hunting for her the places. Didn't make it, but that was okay. It was beautiful to be outside, and looking forward to the picnic on Wednesday. Hopefully, part of that. And I think that's pretty much it. The weather's going to be terrible for a while, but we've had some good days for that. And that's it. I guess I'll turn it back to net control to Frank. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Roger, and thanks for stopping by there. I think, if I recall, you might have been the one that I was talking to on Discord, if I'm not mistaken, Scott, or at least I was talking to somebody on Discord about having to come in from YSF to DMR. So hopefully, if that was you, well, congratulations, you made it to the net here. So very good there. Glad you're with us. So. All right. Next on my list was KE2ISZ, but he was checked in and out this evening, so we will move on down to N3DQD. Ray, how was your week?
W2FJH and then that N3DQD. Well, we had a pretty good week. Um, Tuesday we had a party to attend, and on Thursday we went to a real nice picnic. So yeah, we had plenty to do this week, and then of course we had our domestic chores to attend to. So that was pretty much the week. Um, Anna's away right now. That's why she didn't check in. Although I do have it set up that she'd had an opportunity, she could have logged in from where she is and checked in. So that's about all we have. Nothing, nothing terribly exciting going on. Back to net. This is N3D Cutie.
Hey, very good there, Ray. And you never know, maybe she's listening now. Maybe she's a little busy and just tuning in. So if you are listening in, thanks, for stopping in there. And so yeah, the picnic though, that's what I was going to mention. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people having picnics lately. It's quite a few picnic mentions. I guess with the cooler weather coming, I guess it's better do it now before a few months. So very good there. All right, next on my list is Whiskey 2 Foxtrot Lima X-Ray. Jason, how was your week?
W2FLX. If you don't mind, I'll give it my turn for someone else whoever's next in line, and maybe I can talk next go around. Hey, no problem there, Jason. Actually, you're the last station on my list. So what I'll do here is this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital VoiceNet. Let's take another quick standby to see if there's any additional stations that would like to check in this evening. Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. But let's give Jason a little bit more time there if he needed a moment. So let's open it up for any additional stations or any stations that have checked in with additional comments, questions, or concerns. Please call now.
Frank, W2KDC here. Just thought of another net topic, which would be what software do you use or have you tried to use on your cellular phone to connect on DMR networks? It seems that there's 2 or 3 new uh, apps available for people that can connect on for DMR and other digital networks. Just another thought. W2KDC, back to net control.
Hey, very good, Jonathan. Thanks. I did jot that one down as well. So this way I have a few in my back pocket if I don't have a net topic for the week. So very good there. Thanks again. All right, let's head back over to W2 Foxtrot Lima X-Ray. Jason, are you available now? Yeah, W2FLX. Sorry, got a 5-month-old, so getting ready for the shower. But just real quick, I'm still listening to the side, but may not be able to comment until later on. But yeah, I just wanted to say I have access to a bunch of tower sites that my company owns or leases. I work for a 2A radio company that's local to the Finger Lakes region, and just wanted to see, I put feelers out there if anybody has any DMR repeater equipment, namely the repeater itself, UHF or VHF, more preferably VHF because that's what we run, and sometimes we have some spare antennas on sites, but I'd like to set up a DMR repeater, or if someone has like an analog repeater and the proper MMDVM or STM32 type hardware to do over serial to hook up. Yeah, just let me know. My QRZ is good. My call sign is W2FLX. I'd love to get some more DMR repeaters out there. Definitely love digital for sure. Back over to net from W2FLX. Hey, thanks, sir, Jason. And yeah, there's been talks with a few people before on the net and everything about trying to get a DMR repeater in the air somewhere in the southern tier at some point. But you know, like I said, sometimes with the, as you mentioned, with the site, the availability, actually getting good coverage, and then the equipment is pretty pricey. So far, we haven't had any plans to actually go through that we can get one in the air, but I'll definitely keep you posted if there's any new info on that area. So very good there. All right. Once again, this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital VoiceNet. I have reached the end of my list. So let's see if there's any additional stations or any stations that have checked in with additional comments, questions, or concerns. Please call now.
Frank, K2HMB. I actually had a couple quick questions. Well, one of them is probably a ridiculously huge question, but my first question is, when you first got on the net, you had called out call signs that were pre-checked in. Was that kind of just somebody had keyed up the mic before, like 10 minutes before? Because I did see a bunch of people in the list in my dashboard. So, I was just wondering what for that. And my second question is there any plan or possibility of having one of the DMR groups that could be linked into the repeater network? That's probably easy, but anyway, that was it. KE2HMB, turning back to net control.
Hey, thanks there, Roger. And yeah, so we do use NetLogger. It can be found at netlogger.org. It is a piece of software. If people wanted to check in early, it's usually about 5-10 minutes. Also with some other the net control, N30JP probably also brings it up a little early. So if you wanted to check in early, you can go on there and we'll just have you checked in. And also just kind of as I'm sitting here, I have NetLogger open and I've seen a few familiar call signs. I kind of just add them to the list as they key up. So it wasn't anything too special. It just happens to they were doing the chunk to actually bring the talk group on. And I N2NCB I think was one of them this evening that he keyed up, and I'm like, oh okay, I'm just going to add him instead of having to wait for him to check in. So the second part, I do apologize. You were breaking up a little bit, and I didn't really fully catch your second question there. But if you, I'll hand it back over to you there for your second question.
Thank you, and I apologize. I was supposed to give my call sign to be recognized before asking my question. I just went right into it, so I apologize. My second question was if any chance or any plan of having a digital talk group that would connect into the to the net to the network that's in the southern tier in Binghamton.
Oh yes, you're talking about the Southern Tier System Fusion Network. It's a group of people. They do have their own Wires X room. They're all tied together, and I've been in talks with them if they were ever open to having it tied in. I do actually own my own Wires X talk group. It is the STNY Wires X talk group, 83721. That it's Wires X, not to be confused with YSF. YSF is a digital reflector that uses the C4FM protocol, but Wires X is proprietary software from Yaesu. All of the repeaters run off of Wires X. It has a software that's connected in through Wires X for the repeaters. I have not been contacted by any of the repeater owners regarding actually trying out the room. But basically, it would be they could basically connect into my room as opposed to the Southern Tier System Fusion Network. But I've let sleeping dogs lie. It seems like they want them all connected through the internet, but they don't want it to be open to the internet. So um, for anybody who does have Yaesu products, you can go in through Wires X and you can connect to the 83721 talker or Wires X room. And people who are on Wires X and Grandmeister Talk Group 31367 for the Southern Tier, it is broadcasting across the same. So hopefully that answered your question, but I'll hand it back over to you there, Roger.
Yeah, I think I think when I first got my my Pi-Star hotspot, that I was thinking I would be able to get access to Peter Network in Binghamton. I hope, I guess. I live too far away to access the network. So I guess I was hoping that there would be some digital net that would tie into that. But I do understand what you're saying, that there is some issues through the internet. So yeah, I mean that's a question. So it's mostly answered. Thank you very much, KU2HAB, turning it over.
Yeah, no problem there, Roger. And yeah, since you did mention you are coming from a Yaesu radio, so you're going YSF to DMR. The Southern Tier network, they do have a net coming on at 8 o'clock. So in just about 15 minutes now. If you are in range of one of the Southern Tier System Fusion repeaters with your Yaesu radio, you should be able to, join in there. Also, do let me know or let me know on Discord if you have any problems. But Yaesu does also sell some of their, it's a proprietary USB connection, but they do sell their cable that you can connect your Yaesu radio to your laptop. You can download the WiresX software and you can basically put it in what they call a PDN, personal digital node, and you can join the System Fusion network through WiresX. They allow you to go in through WiresX, but they don't want any, from their side of things, they don't want any cross-linking with DMR. In the WiresX room that I own and on Brandmeister, they are linked, but none of the repeaters that are actually in the air have it in that room. They're in a separate room. So, but yeah, do let me know if you have any questions about that. So, all right, very good there. All right, once again, this is W2HH with the STNY Digital Voice, and that I have reached the end of my list. So let's see if there's any additional stations or any stations that have checked in with additional comments, questions, or concerns. Please call now. W2FLX. I did have something else. Yeah, W2FLX. Jason, fire away there. Yeah, I apologize. I think I doubled another station there. A little bit earlier. I did forget to mention a couple things that I thought of for net topics. Forgive me if they've been talked about before, but maybe revisiting might be good too. I don't get into this net too often. Anyhow, software-defined radios being one topic, and Meshtastic or Meshcore for this another topic. Hey, thanks there, Jason. And yeah, I don't think we've talked about SDRs too much. We have discussed Meshtastic before, but there's a whole that there's whole different areas of Meshtastic too that can be defined as. But also, just to let you know, there is a group for the Southern Tier. There is a Discord group for Meshtastic that they've been trying to set up more things in the Binghamton area, and I think in the Corning area. But I could, if you find me on QRZ, my email address there is accurate. If you wanted to send me an email, I can kind of send you the link to the Discord group. A lot of folks in there. So, all right, very good there. All right. Once again, any stations that I've checked in, additional comments, questions, or concerns, or any last minute check-ins, please call now. All right. Hearing nothing then, we might as well wrap things up here. I'd like to thank Ed, Carlton, Dennis, John, Paul, Mick, Roger, James, Ray, and Jason for joining me this evening. We'll be returning this talk group back to normal amateur radio use. Everybody have a great and safe week there. This is W2FJH, and I'll be listening.